Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Hakim bin Mansur. My metric number is 2415436690. Today I'm going to show you three major service. How do we do to maintain our engine system? First step, pull out the dipstick and check the engine oil level. Second step is place the oil pan under the drain plug, then use a bolt to remove the drain plug and let the old engine oil drain out. Next, use a special tool to remove the oil filter, then let the old engine oil flow out through the oil passage to the oil filter. Then, clean the surface of the oil filter installation side until it is clean. Next, apply a little new lubricating oil on the rubber surface of the new oil filter and install the new oil filter neatly. If the old drain plug has been damaged, replace it with a new drain plug and install it neatly. After replacing a new drain plug, fill in the new lubricating oil carefully and according to the specific measurement. And don't forget to close the lubricating oil cap. Finally, pull the dipstick out and check the lubricating oil level and make sure the lubricating oil is at an adequate level. First step, make sure the engine is already at a cold temperature and suitable for doing the valve cover gasket replacement work. Then, start by removing any part that is attached to lift the valve cover out, such as the coil plug, cable coil plug, and the hose connected to the valve cover. Pull out the coil plug carefully. Next, remove all the bolts that fasten the valve cover and lift the valve cover out carefully. Remove the old valve cover gasket from the valve cover and clean the surface of the valve cover using a scraper and degreaser. After the valve cover is clean, install the new valve cover gasket on the valve cover and apply a little glue to ensure that the valve cover gasket sticks neatly to the valve cover. Then, reinstall the valve cover and tighten the bolts in a cross pattern according to the specific torque. Reinstall the components that are connected to the valve cover and connect them again neatly. Finally, turn on the engine and observe the valve cover if there is a leak. The first step is make sure the vehicle engine is in a cool temperature and suitable for doing radiator flushing work. Next step is open the radiator cap and identify the position of the radiator tank drain plug. After finding the position of the radiator tank drain plug, open the drain plug and let the oil coolant flow out of the radiator tank. Remove the radiator cap for faster drainage. Close the drain plug once the coolant is completely drained. Next, remove the radiator hose to allow the old coolant to flow out through the radiator hose. Then, put distilled water into the radiator tank and let it flow in the radiator tank to clean the radiator tank. Wait until the clear water flows out. Next, use an air duster to apply wind pressure to the engine cooling system pipeline to allow the old coolant to flow out through the radiator hose. Wait until clear water flows out through the radiator hose. Then, reattach the radiator hose to the radiator. Apply a little glue on the surface of the radiator tank nozzle. After completing the installation of the radiator hose, fill in the new coolant. Start the engine for the bleeding process. Mix coolant and distilled water, typically 50-50. Fill the coolant reservoir to the proper level and pour the mixture into the radiator. Then, wait until the radiator fan motor turns 3 times. If the cooling water is reduced, add it until it is at a sufficient level. After finishing, close the radiator cap.